There is no time quite like the present. How much of your life have you spent projecting into the future, thinking about what might come to pass and the problems that you'll have to deal with, problems that maybe never even come around? Equally, how much time have you spent acting like Captain Hindsight, who knows about all the things that you could have done so much better in your past, but that you have no influence over anymore? Dealing with problems that don't yet exist and might never exist, thinking about how much better you could have done previously, all of it is taking your energy away from being your best self right now. Today you have a chance to really embrace all of your potential, to do something extraordinary, and it's within you. It's just laying there, deep within, untapped, unused, unfulfilled potential. I want you to ask yourself this simple question. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with the price that you're paying to hold up your mental faculties, your resources, to really just kind of barely be using any of what you're capable of, just so that you can continue in a spiral that's not making you happy and fulfilled? And this is so common, it blows my mind, but honestly, I can still relate back. I remember being riddled with anxiety and worrying about every moment that was coming up, every little interaction. So I know what it feels like, but regardless, that doesn't make it okay. You shouldn't continue to indulge in a behavior loop that isn't constructive. So ask yourself, if any of this behavior is constructive, is it helping you? What great results has it yielded over the past few years in your life? I think you'll start to realize that you're carrying a freeloader on board. And not only is it taking advantage of you, that way of thinking, that mentality is draining you so much that you barely have anything left to show up with. Imagine how much more energized you'd be, how much more alive you'd feel if all of your attention went into right now. And of course, there's a time to plan for the future and to evaluate the past and learn from it. But most of your energy should really be going towards today. Right now, in this moment, that's where I want you to channel all of your power. And the reason I say it with such conviction is because I've watched over 1,000 clients apply this in their life. I've applied it in my own life. And the difference that it makes when you really fully embrace it, fully take it on as a new way of operating, you become just magnetic, unstoppable. The universe conspires in your favor. Momentum and the winner effect kicks in, and all of a sudden, it's like everything you touch turns to gold. Because whatever you apply yourself to, whether that's your relationships or your career and your finances, if it's your mental health, your physical health, everything will just become better because you're giving it your all day over day. The compound effect of that is astonishing. You go from trying to save pennies to making millions. You go from being obese to being the most fit you've ever been in your whole life. You go from being unhappy and feeling like you're trapped to really loving life. People around you also become energized from this new state that you're in, and the law of state transference really takes how you're feeling, makes other people around you feel the same. And of course, that makes them happy, makes them feel energized, makes them want to reciprocate. And the rising tide, again, it lifts all the boats together. And what's incredible is the amount of doors that open. The opportunities are endless. All of a sudden, you can see things that before were invisible to you. You only had this one-track mind and this pressure, this constant, non-stop pressure told you need to be here by then and you need to have this sorted. And what about that mistake that you made and how badly it impacted you? All of that just poof, disappears, and you are free to really give it your all right now. And this is not some distant skill or something that you have to develop into. It's a choice that you make, and you can make that choice today. How long you last for and how long you keep that choice going is also up to you, because at any point you can unchoose it and go back to your old ways. But please don't do that. Give this a real try, a wholehearted effort. Call it an experiment. Try it out for a month, 2 months, 3 months. See how vastly different your life will be from now until then. Put a little reminder in your calendar and put a little reminder every day to check in on your state so that you are being conscious about bringing yourself back into the present moment. And if you want some help implementing this, if you'd like me to personally guide you and coach you week over week, make sure that you're performing at your absolute best in every area of your life, then I invite you to go to erafael.com. Link is in the description. Over there, you can book a session with me directly. We'll talk and see if it's a good fit. And if so, I can't wait to work with you. Again, erafael.com. Link is in the description. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.